Hi guys, I'm Mindy Price, and I'm thrilled that you're joining me for this first summer session of social psychology. In this introductory video, I'll be talking about my philosophy for the structure of this course, how I'm using videos and readings, and finally, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get an A. To be clear, I'm not reading the syllabus to you in this video. You can do that on your own time, and I really don't want to be redundant between what you can read and what you can watch. So after looking at a lot of online course structures, I decided that the 50-minute posted lecture and quiz format isn't really effective for keeping a student's attention or effective for learning. So I've designed this course so you have an active learning activity while you're actually reading the text. So those are those programmed in questions while you're going through the text. They're interactive parts of Rebel. And some shorter videos designed to keep your attention. So all of the videos are about 5 to 7 minutes long. Some of the videos are me talking, but I've also asked some other instructors to contribute a video or two about their favorite topics. And there are also some videos in there that you could just find on YouTube that I usually show in my in-person classes to help illustrate a concept. So those are there too. I really try to be approachable for my students, which is really hard for online classes. So if at any time you have questions or concerns or just want to talk to me about social psychology, please send me an email or meet me in office hours. My office hours are in the basement of the psychology building at Tech, but I can also do virtual office hours via Skype, FaceTime, Google Hangout, whatever you like. My in-person office hours are on the syllabus, but I also do prefer a heads up if you're coming, just so I can make sure I don't have a pile of students waiting to talk to me. Also, a note about emails. I promise to get back to your email within 24 hours. It drives me absolutely nuts when a professor doesn't get back to me in a reasonable amount of time. So I work really hard to avoid this for my students. If you haven't heard from me after 24 hours, please feel free to send me an email again or email through Blackboard. To avoid the spam filters, please send me an email with your Tech email address or go through Blackboard. And now for the part of the video you've been waiting for, how to get an A. You may want to write this down. Step 1, keep track of the syllabus. I have stuff scheduled every week, and during the summer, this goes really, really fast because we have to cover as much content as we would in a longer semester. So make sure you're keeping track of due dates and test dates and quiz dates and all of that good stuff. Step 2, read the book. I really don't like to be redundant between what you read and what you're watching. It's a common theme here. So I'm sure that everybody has taken sort of an in-person class where the professor just sometimes goes over exactly what's in the book every time. I don't really see the point in that because you can basically choose whether you want to read the book or go to the lecture and it's the same content. So I don't really see the point in that. My videos are more extensions of the content or more clarifying concepts, giving you a deeper understanding of what's being covered in the book. Step 3, watch the lectures. Research shows that people can only pay attention to things for a relatively short amount of time, so I made several shorter videos instead of one huge lecture video that nobody's going to watch. So, step 4, take notes. I designed this class to be close to a lecture-style class, and you can absolutely use your notes when it comes time for the test. It's really important to take good and really well-organized notes so that if you wanted to revisit your notes during the test, you could do so quickly. If you want to know more about effective ways to take notes for this and other classes, please see the resources I've posted on Blackboard. Those might really help if you're struggling to take notes because sometimes it can be kind of weird to take notes between watching something and like writing down, or it's weird for online classes. All right, so let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. In my first online class, I prepared for the class by reading through the book once and listening to lectures while I pinned thousands of recipes on Pinterest that I'll probably never make. So when it came time for the test, I thought I was prepared. After all, I sort of understood the material and I was familiar with it. I'd read it before. So I thought I could just, jump back and forth between the test and the lecture during the test and to find the right answer, right? Well, I didn't do well on that test, and I promise that this strategy won't work well for you in this class. The tests are timed. I repeat, the tests are timed. So it's really important to study so you know the answer within a minute of reading the question. I would suggest flashcards if that works for you, or really well-organized notes so you know where everything is and can get to it super quickly after reading your question. Don't plan to Google anything or look stuff up and take the test at the same time. So prepare for the tests just as you would an in-person class. Like, study your notes and plan not to use them when you start the test, but obviously you can go back to them if you like. I have learning objectives posted in each chapter, and the test should go well if you can do the learning objectives. So if you want to sort of check yourself before the test happens, make sure you revisit those learning objectives at the beginning of every chapter. I also plan to check in a lot over the course of the class, meaning I might email you individually just to check in or get feedback at some point. Don't think I'm singling you out. It's just one of my strategies to make sure that students are involved and can ask questions. All right, that's it for me. If you have any questions about any other content that is on the syllabus, or if you just have questions about social psych, again, please email me. I would love to hear from you guys. See you soon.